Hi everybody, Tom Guile with the Guile Group. Beware of misleading headlines. Over the last several weeks, I've had many questions from potential buyers and sellers about things they've seen in the news. We're going to fact check some of those headlines that have been going around, but first, let's dive into the local numbers. Taking a look at listings, last week we had 703 new listings throughout the metro area. Over the last month, 2,587 new listings. That's up about 1% compared to last year, 2020. Pending sales were 677. Over the same 4-week period, we had 2,547 pending sales. That's up 9% over 2020. We're barely gaining a little inventory here. We had 40 new listings compared to sales over the last 4 weeks. That's up about 1%. Over the last month in the Portland metro area, total inventory has risen up to 1 month's worth of inventory, and that's the highest it's been in about 6 months. Taking a look at the median sales price, this graph just continues to reflect what I've been talking about. We had a peak about May of this year. It's up about 14% since January and about 17% from a year ago. But if you actually look at that graph, it's actually trending down just a little bit. So prices have, I would say, have stabilized here in the Portland metro area, and I expect them to just remain stable throughout the end of the year. Looking at long-term projections, what I'm seeing and everything I'm seeing and reading, we're expecting about a 5% increase in appreciation in 2022. So let's take a look at the headlines. One I just saw this morning was, the market is cooling and sales are slowing down. Well, let's fact check this. While it's true that the sales have slowed down in the month of July and August, if you look at it compared to previous years, this is typical for this time of year. We usually peak about May or June and sales start to slow down. You can see that by the graph here. So while some people may want you to believe that this is a shocking headline and the market is really slowing down quickly, it's really not. It's doing what it normally does this time of year. Also in the headlines, there's going to be a flood of foreclosures due to the end of mortgage forbearance, and that's going to drive down prices. Well, let's look at the facts and fact check this. Less than 5% of mortgages are in forbearance. Most owners have positive equity in their property. They're going to be able to either refinance or sell and come out ahead. Take a look at this graph here and showing inventory. The market has extremely low inventory and will be able to absorb any influx that we see from potential foreclosures and sales due to forbearance. Remember, when you look at a balanced market, it's really between 4 and 6 months worth of inventory. And you can see we haven't been there in years. Have questions about the real estate market or want more information? Ask the Guile Group. Send us an email at askguilegroup@guilegroup.com or give me a call, shoot me a text. We'd love to hear from you.